All right, well, I just want to talk to you today about being a first time home buyer, being a homeowner, especially for those that are first time home buyers. Really be engaged and involved. Don't make the mistakes I made. Not saying that I wasn't fully engaged or involved, but hindsight's always 2020. But there's so many nuances and details that you should get involved with. What's causing me to talk about this is my recent experience with my AC unit, HVAC unit. Um, I will say that Dixon's in Leland, North Carolina, amazing. Um, right now, it's been pretty hot this summer, and I've been having issues with my AC for a while. My energy bill has been real high, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like my home is cool enough for this bill that I'm receiving. Luckily, service repairman came out to inspect and do a diagnostic, found all what was wrong, resolved it. It cost me quite a bit, but not as much as it could have through this company. And when he was done, he pretty much said, your installation, your setup was poor. There was a lot of things wrong here, and this is not your fault, but it is your fault, pretty much, is what he was getting at. And it is my fault. I should have been more involved, more engaged. I shouldn't have procrastinated as long as I did. Again, as I said earlier, hindsight's 2020. That's on me. But he told me to reach out to the people that installed and say, hey, you know, from what he observed and what he had to do, a lot of this had to deal with the installation. I reached out to that company, and Carolina Comfort Air. I spoke to the receptionist, or whatever her title was. I don't mean to forget that, but I will say I was able to speak to a manager via email and over the phone, and he suggested that I reach out to the manufacturer of the so-called part, and Train or Tran. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but I'm gonna say Train for now. And I did reach out to them, and we've been in our home for almost 5 years, and they were very receptive. They didn't take complete ownership, but they said, hey, we don't want you to have a bad experience with our brand. And they were nice enough to extend a courtesy to the bill that I received, the invoice that I received from Dixon. They didn't pay the whole thing, but they gave a generous amount that showed me that they care about their customers. With Carolina Comfort Air, that manager has said, reach out to them first, and if they don't do nothing, then come back to us. And I reached back out to them. I will say, first-time homeowners, really be involved with your HVAC units. Really be involved with anything that's being put in your home. Be involved, be engaged, ask questions. Even if you feel like you're being annoying, it's your home, right? For some people, their first home is their last home. And so just be fully involved, ask questions. Now we got AI involved. So ask AI, what question should I ask, to whom? But at the end of the day, I appreciate Dixon. Their customer service, their service technician, very knowledgeable, and just saved my summer. And Train. I thank them for having, being considerate for their customer as well. Even though it was 5 years down the line, they still say, hey, we may be at fault. We don't know, but we'll take your word for it, based on, the diagnostic and the full report from the service tech. And yeah, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad, with entities that I had to involve myself with in this experience. So I can't say nothing bad about Tran. I'm sorry if I'm messing up the name, and I got nothing but positive things to say about Dixon's Heating and Air here in Leland. They are awesome. All right, take care.